Oh, here we go, and there's a P250 in Cabal's hand. We'll be a little bit scared if I was at him.
Look at the dualies! We got 2 sets of dualies! Oh, that's so exciting. I love it so much. It's so very cowboy. We'll see if they can make it work for themselves here. Oh, there you go. That's Mosey, one of the players we'd pointed out in the break, and starts things off quite strong for Rare Atom here. IHC already floundering so early on.
Talking about cowboys just makes me want to try and do like a southern accent and go full cowboy.
Do it.
Nah, not well versed enough, and it's going to be a B execute instead. So we're not going to be seeing those dualies for some time. It's going to be a 2-man defense sat on over towards the B site. Smokes are now executed out. Coffins and CT going to be covered up. Mosey is going to be sitting back in emo or Mark, whatever you want to call it. Advent with the P2000. Definitely going to be a little bit scared of him. Mosey in the back corner. He's going to get taken down, but Jam Young is going to be able to get a kill from his side. They're going in for this pincer movement. Mercury with the dualies. Oh. He's going to be able to find one. Looking in for more. It's going to be Blitz left alone to try and clutch us out. But he can't do it. The dualies coming through and going to be able to win at that showdown.
Oh, Jam Young, you little so-and-so. Nice little lurk there up through Banana. IHC not checking behind them, not expecting someone to be pushing through. But when it's Jam Young, you kind of have to. Bit of an unfortunate one there for IHC. It was a pretty decent execute. I mean, they were man down. We see some nice util come through, and they try to push on. But again, not expecting that there's going to be the pincer movement come in, and so they're not able to secure themselves around. Rare Atom looking good so far on Inferno.
Makes you think and consider of maybe that incendiary grenade could have gone down towards mid, locked off that, but didn't come through. Blitz instead going to be able to take down K's. That's a Famous down. Potentially recoverable, but Jam Young's in a good position. He's going to swing out, gets a kill, backs on over towards short. 16 bullets left in his mag. I'd use 9. Mercury going to be up close and personal with this MP9. Absolute beast. May well be able to swing out in time, but Jam Young is going to get tagged down, and use of this utility is so crucial. It's one of the main things you have to realize, and a bit of a difference between the pros and us matchmaking players is that util on a pistol round or eco round, you still need to use it. It's not worth trying to save the util if you're just going to lose the round. So it is a 4v4, but Sam definitely advantage over towards the side of Rare Atom. And Advent with the MP9 has spotted out the opposition.
Yeah, Cabal getting taken down with util in his hands. Yeah, we talk about how important it is, but timing is important too. But with the numbers being evened out, of course, Rare Atom still have a strong advantage in terms of weaponry. Now, IHC, again, posturing over towards B. Oh, it's just not enough.
No, they do manage to take him down in a decent trade. Moses is going to have to back off. You have to keep in mind, obviously, that the Famous has a limited amount of bullets. So he knows he has to be a bit careful, buy himself some time. Chucks the bomb over to his teammate, but it might just be a little bit too late on this front. Jam Young's going to peek in. He's going to be able to get one kill. Runs out of bullets. It's going to be Mosey coming out from behind, but Mercury on that banana position gets the kill. And unfortunately, not going in for that bomb plant is going to cost them a lot if you have a look at their economy.
Oh, honestly, what a stellar start to this map for the 3 players we highlighted, Mosey, Mercury, and Jam Young. I mean, each of them on 3 kills apiece. They're doing so well. All right, cool. We're only 2 rounds in. I mean, you know, I can rein it in a little bit, but I think it is impressive that the vast majority, almost every single kill in the first 2 rounds for their team have been on the 3 of them. Really, really great stuff there. But now IHC, yes, got a bit of cash in the bank, forcing up quite heavily into this. Need to leverage this as much as possible because Rare Atom, I mean, it's not like they've got nothing.
No, Rare Atom on their bonus round, looking to try and deliver as much value out of this as they can. See, they've got 2 Famouses, an MP9, 2 M4s, 1 silence, 1 not. They managed to hold decently onto Banana for a couple of seconds before it was lost, and now it's going to be an aggressive push once again. Round the corner, it's going to be Mosey with the first kill. Advent, never mind, steals it away. The trade's coming out hard and fast, but Mercury with the MP9 is going to shut them down. What is going on? They've fallen apart with the full buy versus these guns. They're just collapsing under the pressure. IHC looking a little bit shaky under the barrel here of Rare Atom, who now have 2 rifles aimed down this corridor. Gaze.
Oh!
Chucks a grenade. I didn't even need to do that, but that was perfect. Gets the kill, and to end the round out fairly easily. It's like, yeah, let's just move on.
Love a stray nade. Love a stray nade. This was a weird one for IHC because obviously they didn't have a ton of util coming into this one. Rare Atom had a little bit, obviously. They had a bit more cash that they could potentially burn. But IHC came in with very little. They swing out, And you kind of expect them to do a little bit more. I mean, it does trade relatively back and forth, but Rare Atom have defended that B site so well that they're able to trade. So it's not just like they're getting mowed down. And I think that that's really important for IHC because they peek out without using any of that little bit of util that they did have. And that gives over a massive advantage to Rare Atom because Rare Atom are holding the angle and IHC aren't really Ferrari swingers. So maybe if they take it a bit more of an aggressive swing, they might be able to get a better handle on that engagement, but Rare Atom do well at holding those angles. Now, I mean, this is still like an extended bonus almost, because it's not even full rifles, and
okay.
That was questionable.
Oh, absolutely perfect. Going to be able to get 2 kills for the price of 1, but they are going to get backed off. Might be able to upgrade, but it's going to be Mercury if they turn around the corner. Watch with the restricted amount of bullets, are going to have to reload. Nade's going to go out, and that should dunk and score. It does, but doesn't quite kill him. Takes him down to 2 HP. There's a chance the bomb could actually go get planted, but they're taking forever. Now it's only just going down, and it's in a bit of a tight situation. It could be found actually through the smoke, but not yet. Techno over towards Long could end up meeting a player. I think they may have heard each other. I'm not quite sure on this front. Techno, he's going to be waiting for this player. Gets the headshot. This could be the turning point. They need it. Mercury, they're going to be pushing on towards the site. Score's going to be having very low HP. He's going to be playing down in towards Fire Pit here. And they're going to be peeking him. He's going in for the damage. Doesn't find the kill. It's going to be Kays with the kill of his own. The grenade's going to be coming out on towards that bomb planter, bomb diffuser, but it's not going to work out. It's in such a safe position. It gets diffused. He gets killed after time. But they had got the bomb down, so at least that's something.
Oh, that was a rough one. Jamyoung looking to be on his usual shenanigans. Okay, that initial push out was very questionable, right? I mean, I know that you're on a huge advantage and you're running into pistols, but was that really the best move? They still come out on top of the round at least, so that's good. Jamyoung gets shut down on his attempt to create a pincer, which is really good, a good read from IHC, because we know that that's what Rare Atom do. But unfortunately, Rare Atom managed to get themselves in onto the site. Again, leveraging the advantage that they did have. Advent gets taken down quite low there. 9 was sitting in a Molotov. A bit of a rough one, bit of a rough start to the round, but no kills just yet.
This corner of the smoke is going to be detrimental. The side T's, unfortunately for them. It's a really well-placed one. I will say that there's a Evil Cat, Mimi, who posted on Twitter actually saying that the term dry peak implies that peaks with util are wet peaks, and it's filled me with a lot of horror.
I could have gone my whole life without reading that, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, my reply was you didn't need to tweet this. I still stand by that. It's horrifying. Is it so like half decent peaks with half util is like moist peaks maybe? I
like that. You know what? That was a moist peak. I'll take it.
Oh, God. Well, here we go. I'm going to have to start using those terms. So we're going to be seeing Blitz going in for the wet peak over towards... Man, that's so wrong. But there you go. It's entered into history. It is recorded. We're going to be seeing an execution over towards the A site. Potentially Mercury's in a good spot to take them out. There's going to be Blitz going down. The pincer opportunity is not going to be here. Hayes, he chucks out Incendiary Grenade. They're just going to be shutting them down. And Cabal on 9, they have nothing to write home about. 27 seconds left on the clock. Rotation isn't even really possible. They're not going to be able to get the execute out. Advent peeks in towards Long, loses his head for the price of that. Towards Short, Cabal, he's proven his reliability on this front. He does know the bomb's there, but K's proven why he is a fantastic AWPer.
Oh, I don't know. Things looking very dire for IHC here. And again, you can kind of lean into the argument, oh, well, CT-sided map. Sure, fair enough. But that makes it that much more important for IHC to get rounds. And this has been a devastating start to this first half for them. And again, you know, they come into this round with janky buy, pots and pans. It's not ideal. Hopefully they can get something to happen here. That was their first attempt at an A execute. And I mean, even that didn't go to plan. So now we're back over towards the B site. And A is still so heavily guarded. B might actually be the play here. We're seeing a little bit of util over towards A as well for like a potential fake. But Rare Atom, they've got such a good read on this.
I came into this very worried for IHC. They actually, and what's even worse, the main reason I was worried was actually about their CT side, because if I recall correctly, we actually saw Cat Evil manage to get 7 rounds on their T side versus IHC on a CT sided map.
Wild.
Well, yeah, versus IHC on a team that is arguably better than Cat Evil. It's So when it comes to Red Atom, who are pretty much on the same level, if not arguably better at certain points, and now they're coming through, and Red Atom have got so much to win on this that they need to get some revenge.
I mean, Cat Evil, we said it for a while. They were so questionable on Inferno. So for them to have taken so many rounds, sure, they probably put some work into it, but that does leave some big question marks for IHC.
Advent misses his shots. K is going to be low. He misses his no-scope as well, but Advent's going to be peeking around the corner. He's going to be able to pick up one Mosey with a nice trade-off as well, but he loses his life a little bit too early. It's going to be a 2 versus 3 situation. Advent peeks one over. Should be able to get this kill. Finds Blitz. Cabal with the AWP. Jam Young is going to fall down. He's got no armor on this player. They could easily take him out. All they have to do is do a decent peek on him. They're in for one. Don't go for those one-on-one trades. That's going to be a leg shot on one of them. It's not going to be working out, but it's going to be close and personal. It's so close. He gets the headshot. Mercury picked the wrong target. Cabal, Advent was right up close and personal with you.
It's your boy, Advent. I mean, this is exactly what we were talking about this particular player. Not necessarily up there in the kills. Okay, after that round, he's back on par with the rest of the team because I think he got like 3 or 4 kills into that one. A really good performance. Yeah, 4 kills. So really, really well played here. But getting really impactful kills. Being in really good positions to help leverage the rest of the team into a better spot. That's exactly what we said was his thing, and now we're seeing it again over on Inferno. IHC, really, really floundering. We spoke about 9, and again, he's having a bit of a rough one here. You know, Cabal is... He's trying to, you know, the meme about getting my backpack? That's just kind of where he's at this point, and it's just not enough. Not against a team like Rare Atom. You know, solo hero plays can work against certain teams, but when you're coming up against a team the caliber of Rare Atom, you need everyone to be awake. And right now, 9 is sleeping at the wheel, Score is sleeping at the wheel, and Rare Atom are just on absolute fire.
Said it was going to be an interesting situation and match between Rare Atom and IHC. I wasn't quite expecting this kind of event, so I thought it'd be a little bit closer and maybe the other way around, but no, it's going to be Rare Atom proving just how dominant they could potentially be. We're going to be seeing some potential wet peaks over towards B for my IHC. There's AWP on K's keeping himself awake on this part after so long and peeking at the same spot. You have to keep yourself a little bit mobile. Advent with a nice, decent, responsive smoke going to be going out momentarily, I'd imagine. K's going to be met with one of these players. Flash comes out. They're going to go for the peek. He misses his shot. He aims far too high. They're going to be coming around the corner. It's going to be Advent with a perfect position. He finds one, not the second. This is actually potentially a fantastic opportunity for them to take over the site, but they're not even over on the site at this point in time. They're taking far too long in this. Blitz manages to push through the smoke, gets a kill. The trade should be coming out. Mercury, no, he doesn't get a chance. Score with the flash kills thanks to Jam Young, flashing his own teammate, and he gets a 3-piece, and they finally get 1 round on the board after 6 rounds of just brutality from the likes of Rare Atom.
See, I was getting a little worried, more so because it's another B hit. And for 5 rounds, that just did not work. And I say 5 because on the 1 round they wound up on the A side, and that didn't really work out terribly well either. And I suppose it's one of those situations where you're like, we can make this work. We can do this. We got to get a feel for it a little bit more. And they finally get themselves that round. And what's so important here, we spoke about how these teams have kept it close and kept it relatively expensive. After losing just 1 round, Rare Atom are down onto like next to nothing in terms of weaponry available to them. IHC have done a really good job. Now they need to keep that momentum going.
Flash is going to be getting launched out over towards B. A. Never mind, sorry. The smoke was a deterrent, a Score. Going to have to back off. It was the MVP of that last round. He managed to pick up a nice 3-piece. But he was kind of helped out by the opposition. I do actually really appreciate Jam Young and Mercury's position. You lose one, the other team don't quite expect there to be another one underneath. That can cause a lot of issues. Mosey, though, over towards Long. We're going to see a potential pincer maneuver coming out, and he's going to catch him off guard. Blitz just in the moment. Going to be able to get the kill, but I think he's still going to go towards Long. Jam Young finds one. Mercury underneath with the 5-7. They're going to be dropping down on him. It's giving him a free AK. He does get traded out, but Hayes still managed to find Blitz over towards Long. This is looking fantastic for them as a potential damaging round to the economy on the other side. Advent picks up the M4A1. You can hear the bomb going down.
No ways.
And he's going to be sneaking out, and they're locking them down into this position. Campbell, he goes in, and it's going to be a smoke going out, causing a fake. And that was just absolutely fantastic. I think it was a smoke anyway. Gets the kill on Advent, and now Kay's in a difficult position. 1v2, he gets spotted, and his crosshair placement was just all over the place.
A little heartbreaking for Advent there. Clearly trying to play anti-flash, and unfortunately, it did not a flash. And gets absolutely swung on. That was almost winnable. But again, you know, we talk about keeping it expensive, and you mentioned it during the round as well. This was a solid round for Rare Atom. Not able to win it out, but trying to put a dent into IHC's economy. And it hasn't done so much so that it cripples IHC. They're still into this round with a hell of a lot to play with, and it's Rare Atom that are down on pistols. But they want to make sure that IHC aren't going to get any sort of a crazy runaway in terms of what cash they have. They've been able to build up quite a bit off the back of quite a few of those loss streaks bonuses. And on the other hand, down to literally nothing. Not even a... Oh, okay, they got one flash. So,
no P250,
I'm trying to find a silver lining, but like, damn.
I thought they'd actually buy P250 on Advent, but yeah. And I do just want to reflect on the fact that Rare Atom have played amazingly so far in this half, but we're only going into the 9th round. It's completely possible here for IHC to be able to bring this through. They just have to wake up, and it's seemingly in the last 2 rounds they have done well. I think last round was a little bit dicey. The round before that, they went a little bit over.
Oh my god.
Hayes, what are you doing, mate? That's an illegal maneuver. The flash wasn't even used. So that was a full dry peek.
I don't even blame Kays for that, I'll be honest.
No, I mean, yeah, no, I mean, I'm just giving him smack because that was a ridiculous kill that shouldn't have been given to him, but he was given the opportunity and he took full advantage of it. Getting rid of that rifle, though, is going to allow them to deny a potential rival stabbing them in the back. Techno needs to hurry up. Stop shooting into that smoke. Get the bomb planted. I know that they're on pistols, but honestly, after the last game, you should be scared. You can see them trying to...
Did someone pick up the rifle?
No.
Did Nine have a rifle?
Yeah, no, he did, but they chucked it off the map there, so you can see them with the banana.
Oh,
we could
valid,
switch over.
okay, I missed that, yeah.
Yeah, they're a boost to try and get it, but it's not actually possible. I've spent time trying to test that. You can actually, I think there is an opportunity if you shoot it the right way, but it's a bit of like RNG if you're still able to try and save it out on this front. So
spending so much time trying to do it.
I mean, it's worth it, but it's super hard to be able to get the right angle on it, especially when you're going to get shot in the back. It's so close. It's right there.
Oh,
it's within his fingertips.
This is far more entertaining.
They might run out of bullets on their USP before. Oh, they got it.
Oh, we got it.
That's big.
Hey.
The push is going to be coming through. We're going to be able to get a kill. They're like, hang on. How'd you get that?
That's so funny. You send one person because they realize, like, what is happening over there? And they realize, oh no, they're going to try and get the gun. And they're not able to deny the save. So, yeah, big ups to Rare Atom for one of the most entertaining rounds I've ever watched. And there was, like, no CS in it. It was just trying to fetch a gun. So, nicely played there. A little unfortunate. Now they've conceded quite a few rounds. They're at least able to spend into this a little bit. And, oh my god, the aggression. Why?
It's going to be Advent falling. That's actually crucial. Taking out that player, honestly. Big things. But we do have a stack over towards B. I think that's going to be to the detriment. Never mind. Rare Atom, I was going to say, but they're going to be able to find one. Not the second. Their trade's going to be coming through. Techno with the aggressive play through the smoke. Now we're going to have to see what this player does. I mean, Mercury, he's fallen back over towards CT. Maybe a little bit too much on that front, but at the same time, they've managed to find one on score. 9 is currently sitting on 0-4, and he's got an AWP in his hands. He has got armor. And I mean, on that pistol round, obviously, I said it was impossible to get that rifle. I meant to say it's near impossible because the amount of time you have to spend to try and get it is ridiculous. But smoke's going to be coming out here on towards Carp. Seeing if they can go for this entrance. So the stack over towards A is going to be proving a little bit useful, but it's going to be a bit of a distraction. Campbell drops down in towards short. A little bit of a tricky play here. He's going to be trying to find anything that he can. He's going to be able to find some damage, but not the kill. This is the information that the T's needed. Now they have to go over towards the site. They know there's at least 2 players over towards A. They can now take this at least 3v1 as far as they're concerned. Clearing out these angles. Molly over towards default. He'd just be able to do this. And yeah, 0-4 is can't be accurate on 9, but we'll have to double check on that and see what's going on. But 3 versus 3. Retake potential. Not very likely. 0 kits on their side. You got to save at this point.
He said the 0-4 can't be accurate, but I look at it, Mercury and I see 11-3 and I'm like, that's believable. I definitely believe that. They've only lost 3 rounds and that would make sense, so yeah.
He's actually on 0-7.
Oh no!
Yeah.
We're on the 007? Is that actually a thing that's happened?
Yeah. He's got 2 assists actually, so it's not 007, it's
okay.
It's 027. And he managed to stay alive this one, so he keeps
the lesser known agent.
the lesser known agent 027. Mames Pond.
I'd watch that movie. I'd watch that movie. I think that's a great movie. There you go, IHC. Back in the saddle. Alright, this was looking really rough at the start, particularly how the start of Overpass went, right? It was like really back and forth, and then finally Rare Atom got a bit of a runaway lead for themselves. But here, they started incredibly strong, and it's taken IHC a really long time to get the feel for how Rare Atom play. Now that they've done that, however, they're doing a lot better for themselves. Let's see if they can keep that going, as 9 again is playing tip of the spear. It's really odd positioning.
I agree. Well, seeing what you can do. It's going to be the boost up on towards the wall. I will say, for Rare Atom, if they can get 8 rounds on the board, they'll be laughing. I think they're going to have a fun time on the T side. We saw it on the previous map. K's good positioning, but the flash is going to be coming through. So is the molly. That's going to cause a little bit of distortion in his view, but not enough to concern him. It was actually the smoke that went out. There's a lot of utility being used on the side of IHC, but they've garnered very little from it. 0 kills so far. So we have to see if they decide to take in this.
What makes that so much more concerning is look how much util Rare Atom have. I mean, they can slow down so much.
Oh, that was perfect. The absolute base. He's got the M4. He doesn't manage to take any bullets. It's going to be Techno with the double kill. The flash from Blitz, the support player. Heaven, he's going to be doing absolutely fantastic. Jam Young onto Cabal, but you know what? That was just bait. They were distracting you, mate. They just want you to sit on over towards the A site, and that's going to be another save. 2 rounds. Back to back.
Oh, that's rough. That's very rough for Rare Atom. And I was just saying, you know, they've got quite a bit of util. They can stall. They don't even have a chance to stall. The little bit of util that IHC have left, they immediately throw that towards the top of Banana, push out, and they're able to get those kills. Quick, sharp. There you go. Nice little extra frag there for Jam Young. We take those. This is what happens when you try to hunt. They're going to keep trying to hunt.
I'm just going to say Blitz. Blitz was absolutely fantastic in that round. His flash there is so key, and so often we see people... we don't see enough love for support players, but without those really important flashes into sights, you're trying to go in for those dry peaks versus the wet peaks. You're going to have a tough time, and honestly, I think that's the real reason why they're able to take that. And that was a very similar round to the previous one, so well played to them. 5 rounds on the board.
They're 1 round away from evening things out. I mean, this is great. This resurgence has been fantastic. And again, so I was saying they've finally started to read into Rare Atom's defensive line. And I like the fact that they've managed to kind of change up their pacing a little bit to respond to Rare Atom. And it kind of feels like now, you know, we're seeing a lot of that util come out from IHC, and Rare Atom have struggled to use some of their own, but okay, a little shot down range. That's, again, 9. I don't like him playing tip of the spear. I feel like he really needs to be playing a more passive position.
You'd kind of hope so, but that was his 8th kill. 0 kill. 8 death, rather. Advent going down. He's been an interesting player to watch. I'm not too sure he's such a loss in this situation right now, but we'll have to wait and see. Mosey, he came alive hard and fast into Overpass. This peak from him could go huge if his teammate flashes it out correctly, and they're going to get a double kill. They go in dry. Mercury falls, but that's already going to be a double kill for them. Make that a triple. Cabal, last one left alive. Managed to get the AWP kill, switches on over towards the AK to try and now get the bomb down. He's going to be in a 1v2, decides to not plant the bomb, goes in with the spray instead, and unfortunately he's going to go back straight into the arms of Kays, who's waiting with the love and embrace. And he's going to take his head and slam it in the floor, pick up the AWP.
And again, this is an instance of the kind of counter adaptation. So Rare Atom are expecting IHC's push, and they kind of hold a little bit further back. Okay, they get that first really cheeky elimination kind of down range, but before IHC has a chance to really start throwing out some of that utility. And I think that this is a really strong position for them to have. And again, you know, we're seeing them take a slightly more aggressive hold. I mean, look at all of this chip damage. It's absurd.
Oh, Advent straight down that, and I love that. I really do appreciate the aggressive play into Banana. He managed to accomplish being able to get a kill, but unfortunately, given the advantage, man advantage over towards IHC is not really what you want to do. But Rare Atom ever closer to that 8th round. They've already at least got 7 rounds on the board, so one more round would mean they win this half at least. And then we see them go on towards the opposition side, and Mosey, they're just making full use out of being able to play confident.
I think this is what they kind of needed. Once IHC started to make those adaptations and Rare Atom started to feel possibly a little off their guard, and once they realized, oh, IHC just play a lot of util and then they push aggressively, Rare Atom then realized, so what we have to do is we have to get aggressive before they have the opportunity to do so. And once you get the first kill, you've already more or less crippled the execute.
That's going to be Mosey burning alive. He doesn't really have anywhere to go. In front of him, there's flames behind him as well, so he's going to be stuck in the same position, but he's going to go with the spray, score, running and gunning, gets the kill. Mercury behind this smoke. The spray comes out from either side. They know that he's here. The bomb is going to get planted. Mercury's going to be peeking around the corner, but it's going to be Jam Young with the kill over towards the A site. Mercury taking his time, looking to push on over. There's a player right next to him. He doesn't check the corner. He's going to fall. Now Kays and Jam Young left to try and pick up the pieces, but I don't think they've got this one in the bag. It would take a lot to try and retake this, and they've only got 2 flashes to their name. Kays, he has got the defuse kit. They're going to opt in to try and save on this one. They've done damage. And look at the economy is hurting, but they are going to be able to purchase back into this on the side of IHC.
Controversial take. I feel like Rare Atom should possibly lower their defense on A and put more presence towards B. Because the A hits are so few and far between. Maybe they're afraid of trying to be in a retake scenario on A, so they keep a little bit more presence there. You know, for the off chance that IHC do go A. I think they've done it like twice this whole game. But I feel like if you have a stronger presence towards B, a little bit of presence towards your spawn, and very little presence towards A, they might actually be able to mount a better defense. And as I say that, I swear to God, if they go A now, I'm actually going to lose it.
Well, we're actually seeing the reverse of what you were suggesting. We've seen 2 people over towards B. We had actually seen 3 towards B, because they knew that Advent was going to YOLO peek this case. Getting the correct shots. There were double players up in towards that apartment. That's a lot of information out for IHC. And they realize, oh crap, maybe we should have gone Banana. That's worked for us multiple times. But this time they tried to do something different, and that's exactly where it has gone wrong. But still early on in the round, we've got a minute left. Decent amount of time.
But see, this is the problem. Look at this over-rotation towards A. And now you've got 4 players on A. You're going to be forced to play retake B, which is not terrible, but you could realistically stop this B push in its tracks. Okay, now we see the rotation come in. IHC have taken a little bit too long to actually start their execute. This is still doable.
He's going to be peeking in. Maybe he can deny some more kills for 9. But we're going to have to wait and see if that's going to be the case. The boost from Mercury is going to be coming up. Puts him in a perfect position. Shuts down the potential bomb plant. It gets one through the smoke as well. Jam Young with another blitz. He's going to see if he can get these kills. He finds one, but Advent's going to shut him down. Blow to the head from the MP9. And that's going to be the round 8 on the board. And the half win.
Oh. All right, that was a little bit stressful. I feel like the fact that it took so long for IHC to finally execute really plays into Rare Atom's hands there, because as soon as Rare Atom realized it, I feel like it took them a little too long to realize this, but as soon as they realized that the hit's not going to be A, they start to rotate. And then they're able to, I mean, they don't even have to go for retake. They're actually able to shut down the attempt relatively easily. Last round and a half, and this is one that IHC realistically do need to come out on top of. With Cabal on just a deagle, it's gonna be tough. Definitely gonna be tough.
We did see a really weak CT side from IHC on Thursday, so I'm definitely a little bit concerned, especially with 9 having no kills. Kays He's going to get pushed out, and the aggression is coming out. There's going to be Techno with the double kill. Man has to go big on this front. It's going to be Mercury taking the damage onto this player quickly, but 20 kills over towards Long. Blitz is going to fall. 2v2 situation over towards the A site. Rotation back over towards B is going to be coming through. The lack of confidence there is blaring, and the footsteps were heard, and you can just see this aggression coming out from Mercury and his teammate, and they're going to catch them off guard. The information is here, and now they know that there is going to be a couple of players coming out behind them. The flash is going to be going out, but the execution is already through. The smoke is going to be down. Advent, he's going to be key here. AC and HP. Techno peeks around the corner. He's going to fall. Doesn't even get a shot off before he's taken down, and now they're going to be trapped in a difficult spot. Switches position. Advent, the key member on his team. The Deagle comes through running. Deagle shot gets the kill. Picks up the AK. 27 seconds left on the clock, but no chance. Nine finally gets his first kill when it matters. Can he pick up the 7th round for his team? 20 seconds left on the clock. Posey denies him that pleasure. You may have one round on the board, one kill on the board. You're not going to get another round on the board. That's going to be 9 rounds in total for Rare Atom, 6-9 in favor of Rare Atom.
And this has been great from IHC. Okay, not well enough for them to have a really strong scoreline, but the resurgence I felt like in the middle of that round was really, really good. The adaptations were great, and I'm really hoping that when we head on to the second half, we can see a little bit more of that.
Let's hop on over to a quick break. We'll be right back with the second half.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
slightly better first half for IHC. Previously it was 10-5 on Overpass. It's 9-6. And they had a bit of a resurgence towards the middle of the first half, but 9 unfortunately has not stepped up in the way that we would have hoped, and it's definitely been a detriment to this team.
Yep. 9, just so you guys know in chat, he's actually on 110 currently with 2 assists. For whatever reason, the score on server isn't quite right. It lost track for whatever reason. We go to the pistol round, and IHC already going to be down 1 player. I said I was a little bit concerned about their CT side. And, well, it's not a good start for them so far. The pistols on Rare Atom have just been absolutely fantastic. Also, I mean, Blitz and Techno are absolute beauty with them, but with Blitz gone, it's not going to be looking so good. Push over towards me. He's going to be coming out, but Cabal with 2. He's going to be shutting them down. Score with the 3rd. He's looking to find the 4th, but he can't quite do it. Jam. He's going to be able to go huge.
Oh, my God.
The P250. We're going to be seeing Vietnam flashbacks here. The side of IHC.
Absurd. Just another one of those rounds where they all just run into his crosshair. And they did so well. Cabal does a really good job of trying to even out the numbers, and then solo swings onto Jam Young, and he just one taps away. Oh, that's heartbreaking for IHC. So close. Now 2 scouts in hand here to try to make something happen. That's a fairly decent amount of firepower because, of course, Rare Atom unable to plant, don't have much to work with, but they've forced a bit here.
That's brutal. E250. Not exactly what you want to be seeing. Score with the MP9. Let's see if he can be the advent of IHC. Mac 10 player. Jam Young over the water apartments, waiting to see if there's any fast rotations, see if he can catch anyone off guard. If he doesn't spot anyone here, he'll be just conveying this information back to his team, saying, yeah, there's no real presence here at the moment. You can see the paranoia on him. Trying to make sure he can check out all these angles. He is in a little bit of a precarious situation, I'll give him that. Smoking over towards short. No, that was long, actually. Mislooked at that. So we switched cameras. That might cause a little bit of concern for the side of IHC, but they're steadfast. They stay in the position. Blitz giving away his position, going in for the shots in towards mid with the scout. He's also got that scout, which has IHC stickers on it, showing how they obviously made it through to the RMR. Mercury.
No.
Just managing to stay alive, but Cabo is going to be able to find 1. The trade's going to be coming out. 9, finally, he's going to be able to chime in with a kill of his own, but he's going to be stuck in Dark, the grenade, and the Mac 10 combo. There's going to be a double whammy Blitz. Doesn't even get a chance to go in for a no-scope shot. Techno with the Deagle. I don't know. I don't think there's anything here for him to do.
God, Jam Young really has just been such a monster. I mean, even in the second half, we've only had a couple of rounds, but he's just been so consistently good. And then he gets shut down. All right, Techno. What else can you get done? How many more exit frags can you make? Okay, that was the only one. Unfortunate. But they do, obviously, again, keep a little bit of a dent in the economy for Rare Atom. Not so much that they're completely down and out, but enough that it does keep things a bit tight into this round. But of course, IHC, they spent a little bit into the previous round. Maybe some upgraded pistols here? I mean, yeah, barely even that. They're trying to make sure they got cash into the next round, and with good reason. With Rare Atom already on 11 rounds, you have to stop the tide.
Doing a little bit of a YOLO play. Not really going to come through. Advent's going to be able to find 2 easy kills, and they're a team that go for Deagles, whereas Rare Atom going for the P250s and apparently demolish their opponents. The P250 is a fantastic gun. I'm still just absolutely concerned about IHC, and I think the catalyst to this loss is definitely a mixture of things, but I think 9 might be at the center of it. If you're an AWPer, you have to show your value, because you may not always get a huge amount of kills, but it's the high value kills you have to get, and the fact that he's just managed to get 2 so far is a little bit embarrassing. I definitely feel a little bit annoyed if I was him. Let's see if he's going to be able to try and redeem himself.
This aggressive stance down Banana as well, just disallowing any kind of aggression towards that bomb. Oh, there you go, 9. Can you get another one? Nah, fair enough. Hey, he's up to 3 kills, so starting to get a little bit of a push back. The question is it too little too late? Rare Atom now already on 12 rounds. They've doubled IHC's scoreline. Now, IHC should be able to come into this next round with a bye. So, that's good. There you go. Again, not perfect by any measure. But it's a hell of a lot better than what they've had leading up to this. 9 is going to have the AWP in his hands. I'm going to be looking to see where he posts himself and how aggressive he's going to... Oh, Blitz. This? Okay.
He's just done this, so I don't know if he's going to get away with it. He does. He finds one. He finds two huge plays. Mercury from behind gets the trade. 9 goes in for the trade off himself, but he couldn't quite manage to do it. If he died there, that would have been hugely detrimental and potentially a throwaway round. After a massive 2-piece from Blitz, who honestly realizes that they have to do some dangerous plays to try and make this work. 9 is going to get smoked off. They know exactly where he was. He doesn't even go for the shot through the smoke. It's going to leave Techno to try and hold on to this by himself momentarily as a rotation comes in from these positions. Jam with flash. It looks like they might end up backing up over towards B. Cowboys holding this very thin angle here with the M4, and you know what? It's a good position, but 9, he finally wakes up with the AWP, gets his first kill with it, and now it's going to be the second kill from Cabal coming in here. He's going to be able to find one, looking in for the second, can't quite do it. USP comes out, doesn't land the bullets, and now we can see the push over towards B come out from him if he so wishes, but he's going to have to decide on where he wants to put his eggs, and 9, he's going to be waiting here. The grenade comes out, he's going to back off, hold that position tight. They know where he is. Just hold that position. Make sure he can't move. Choke him out. Wait this for the timer to go down. And win around on the board.
So did you say choke him out?
Well, yeah, you know, suffocate him.
Yeah. I was about to say, where did this become wrestling? So, yeah, fair enough.
He's going to get surplexed.
Oh, God. The Batista bomb.
I don't even know what these moves are, but Score is going to do exactly that. Just shuts him down.
There you go. Nice to see 9 getting a little bit more value in that one. I'm hoping that this is the sign of more things, but honestly, this right here, this was the catalyst. Okay, wasn't expecting Jam Young to just kind of pop up there like a freaking Diglett and take him out, but he's able to get the first 2 kills, which is pivotal to them managing to win out that round. But I don't know if they can replicate that in quite the same manner. In fact, he's not even here supporting 9, who's taking a really aggressive angle. Oh, he lives. Oh boy, that was stressful.
Always a surprise. Be able to get out of those kind of situations. It's going to be Cabal pushing down in towards Bernard. He's going to get one spray. Back off. And it's going to be Score the second one as well. The grenade going to be landing at Mercury's feet, taking care of him as a problem. Over towards Balcony. It's going to be Techno. The swing from Jam Young comes through. He goes for the shot, but the flash from his teammate Kays is going to be working out fantastically. Now the execution on towards the A site is in full execution. Need to try and get some kills before they fully execute in towards this and get a full hold onto it. Bomb is going down. Fairly default position. Keep in mind as well on Inferno, the bomb radius and damage has actually changed. So if it's planted default, you can't fully survive in pit. You have to plant it further in if you want to be able to try and survive in that pit position. Jam Young up in towards this position, goes down. It's going to be Score for that kill. 2 players left. Advent is going to get burnt alive. He has to move through. He's at his position as well known and documented, and they get destroyed. 9 with the kill of his own. The wall bang onto his head, and he's going to be looking fairly healthy here and happy. He's pretty much... He had 1 kill going into this. He's now got 5.
Yeah, you know what? Progress is progress. And that was a great retake from IHC. I mean, I was just watching kind of their positioning and how they were maneuvering their way in onto the site. And I was like, wow, this is really, really good. And of course, that Molotov that comes through to force Advent off of his position, forces him into a rough spot because, of course, he's mid-transition. So he hasn't had a chance to properly reset. And by that point, IHC have already stormed onto the site and they're able to get that nice little bit of cleanup solid. What's concerning me now is obviously this will be Rare Atom's pause. They have conceded more rounds than I think they expected to in this half. And they're coming into this with, again, not ideal cash. Because they've lost a couple of rounds in a row. Yes, they do get, obviously, the loss streak, but it's not a hell of a lot in their pocket at this point. So they're going to have to get through this round. We're seeing the hero AK on Mosey, who has been... I mean, I would have thought maybe you give it to Mercury or Jam Young, but fair enough. Mosey will be their tip of the spear in this one, see if he can get some results out of that. But IHC heavily poised here to take yet another round.
That's a lot of grenade damage. The boost is going to be coming through, and Mosey loses his life. He gets boosted up. He also had utility on him, if I'm right in saying, which means all but one of that is lost. That's a huge detriment to them, as they now only have 2 flashes and a smoke. Never mind, they recover one of the smokes off his body. Score, he's in a good position. He's going to be peeking through and finds Mercury. He's going to be detrimentally destroying them, and they're going to be peeking. He runs out of bullets, USB in hand. But Cabal, he charges down, gets to kill himself, and it's going to be leaving Jam Young, who is definitely a star player of his own right. He's 20-12 at the moment, and he's had some fantastic kills, in part thanks to really well supported by his teammates on Rare Atom.
I don't really think we expected too much to come out of this round. I mean, yeah, you keep it a little bit more expensive there if you can, but realistically, I think we did expect this to go IHC's way. I would have liked to have seen Rare Atom maybe get a couple. Oh my god, no ways.
Oh, not like this, Jam. Yeah.
Oh! Yeah, I cannot believe that he's still able to do this, even when he's 1v5 and all he has is a deagle. It's absurd. Okay, surely this is where he dies. There you go. All right. Okay, they kept it more expensive than I think IHC were expecting. But it's not the end of the world. I mean, IHC are still going to be fine into this round, and it's really Rare Atom. They should be able to full buy into this one, and of course they've just taken that pause, so now we get to see, so what are the fruits of that pause? You know, of course they could kind of continue talking through that round as well, realizing that it's somewhat unlikely that they're going to come out on top. But here's the problem. With Mosey having forced in the previous round, yeah, there you go.
9 accidentally messed up that peak. That was a really good run boost. There was actually an opportunity to be able to get an initial kill down there, but couldn't quite do it. But in towards apartments, this is what I'm talking about. He did this before. He was able to shut them down, close proximity, getting that first kill onto Jam Young of all players is crucial. It was said in chat, will 9 get to 9 kills and be 9-9? You know, as he should be. He's only 3 kills away, guys. So we've still got plenty of rounds on the board left to go, and they could bring this back. We could see a nuke on the horizon, which would be really interesting. I'm not fully convinced, but their CT side has come alive. We've actually seen some kills come through on the players who were looking a little bit lackluster, and Cabal and Score haven't had to carry it so hard.
I think Jam Young going down so early in this round definitely doesn't bode well for Rare Atom, because obviously he's kind of their wild card towards the end of the round, always in like an odd position, trying to catch the enemy team off guard. So for him to not be alive at this juncture in the round, I think that doesn't bode well for this particular T round. Now, IHC still have a little bit of util to try and utilize. 9 in a good position. Oh no, he missed the shot!
Not what you want to be seeing, and it's going to be, of all things, it's going to be Mosey falling. 9 of the AWP has to try and clutch on towards this site, but it's going to be Advent picks through the smoke, gets the headshot onto him, denies him any kind of capability there, and now Mercury does get taken down by Blitz. It's a 3-on-2. K is 6 HP, but AWP in the dream. He's going to be able to try and pull this back. His teammate down over towards Banana is not going to face anyone. The bomb's not planted for him either. There is no smokes that I can see in the hands of the CT, so smoking off that Banana position is not going to be possible, but if they can take care of K's, they have a solid potential to be able to take him out, but that grenade didn't quite work, but that swing did. K's is going to go down now. They've cleared the site. They know where the last player is going to be. They light up. He does a lot of damage, but that was a Valorant effort, but Advent, I'm not able to do it.
Valorant effort.
You hear what you want, I guess.
I knew, you know, with Jam Young being down so early on in the round, and it's rough because, again, they had just taken that time out, so they clearly had a plan into that round, and IHC managed to just completely dismantle it from, you know, the gates opening. Now we've got another pause coming out. Rare Atom clearly feeling the pressure right now. IHC have gotten themselves to double digits. It feels like 2 minutes ago I was saying, well, Rare Atom have doubled the scoreline. And IHC with a phenomenal resurgence here. I mean, their CT side is just looking so crisp. And one of the things that I praised Rare Atom for on their CT side was how well they were using their util to kind of slow down a lot of the pushes from IHC, because IHC tended to kind of struggle a little bit with using the util to create openings. Now that we've swapped sides, it almost feels like the same, but obviously inverse. So now IHC have done a very good job at slowing down Rare Atom, at forcing out those 1v1s and managing to win them, and Rare Atom just cannot create space for themselves.
9 missing that initial shot once again. It was a bit of a tougher shot, so I'll forgive him on that front, but Cavill. The star we haven't really spoken about so much is going to start shining once again. It's going to be able to get the initial kill, has to back off. His teammate's going to be chucking him a flash and says, let me have some of the action. Score, 21-16, says it's not good enough. He wants to try and hit that 30 bomb if he can, which would be insane. But Cavill, just going back to what I was saying, he really has been a fantastic player for his team. He's managed to get a lot of crucial kills. 9 has given away his position there to Jamyoung, and Jamyoung's not afraid to take these peaks with the Deagle versus a rifle AWP, of which he's not sure, but I'm sure could predict that it's probably 9 holding that position.
IHC have done really good at getting these opening kills, and we spoke about how statistically that is going to lend itself to you winning the round, and it's definitely making a lot of difference. And again, this is a round we don't really expect Rare Atom to win, but it bodes well for a potential comeback.
And there's going to be the execution over towards the B site. Smoke's going to be coming out, the kills as well, but it's going to be the USB for Cavill. He has to reload quickly before they push on towards him. He's running out a couple of seconds. They're going to be flashing him as well. He pushes aggressive. He dies.
Oof.
You know, that was some time denial. Bomb is going to go down. Advent is going to be planting it. 2 versus 3. Jamyoung, Advent, 2 fantastic players. They back off. They have to play defensively. Make sure they have enough bullets in this. 9 for the AWP. Trying to wait for that smoke to dissipate. Has now gone. They now know where exactly one of these players is. A grenade's going to take him down very low as well, but Jamyoung is going to be able to find Blitz, a key component to this potential clutch. Now Techno is going to be peeking around the corner. 9 has to do something in this position, but he doesn't manage to, but it's going to be Tech. 9 finds 1, looks in for the second, but he's got his USB out. The Galil is going to be out in the hands of the others, and Advent just couldn't do anything in that situation. He ran out of bullets. Good clutch.
Oh, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking for Rare Atom. I mean, they get themselves into such a good position. They're able to upgrade from pistols to rifles. They've got a pretty good crossfire set up, but IHC, fantastic job just slowly chipping away. You know, the HE grenade coming out as well does a ton of that extra chip damage as well. So much pressure, and then they aggress at the exact same time, get that last kill onto Jamyoung, and Defuse comes through, and okay, Spore, you're on a mission, it seems.
Oh, he does damage, but doesn't accomplish anything. 9 goes down, Blitz, he falls, and this is a round in the hands of Rare Atom, which is going to be seeing IHC crumple at the seams. And we have 1 minute 30 left, and there's one player, Cavill, 25-19 on the scoreboard, but he's got 5 kills to find, or at least the bomb to be defused. I just don't see that happening. It's not going to be written in the stars as Advent with an AWP already gets as many kills with it as 9 has.
I think that's the fastest round we've had outside of a pistol. That was just ridiculous. I literally, like, you know, in an anime where like a character will be standing there and like 4 or 5 question marks will just pop up over their head. That was me. If you guys could have seen me, it literally happened. No cap. Yeah, weird one. I mean, I appreciate the attempt from IHC. That aggression has worked previously. But Rare Atom are just like, what are you doing? And completely mow them down. And it's a great resurgence. But IHC deciding this time around, you know what, maybe the aggression isn't the play. Pull back a little bit. And there, once again, the opening kill onto Mosey. And Advent down onto 2 HP. Not great.
Yeah, that's going to be painful. You can see they switches over towards the AWP. That is perfect. But pretty much a flick to the wrist could kill him at this point in time. They've got 13 rounds. They know that they're edging ever closer to being able to try and get this win. Score with that grenade could find themselves a kill. There's that smoke sitting there as well on the floor. Dropped over by one of their teammates. Should probably be repositioned. But nonetheless, execution over towards A. It's a little bit of a bait. Smoke down in towards Banana is going to be coming through, but it's going to have a 0 effect. And now they're going to be falling, crumpling. Cabal, he finds one, but it's on Advent, the 2 HP player. Lands very little effect as they're going to be pushing through this. Being able to find these kills, that position from 9 has been heard. He's going to have to peek around the corner and get found. He's going in for the no-scope, collects it. Peeking in towards Ruins, gets the kill onto Case. He's coming alive. He's just hit 8 kills. He needs one more on Mercury. And this is...
Yes!
9-9. There you go, chat. His name rings true. There you go. A three-piece.
Yeah. I mean, this is probably the best round that he's had, and particularly with the AWP. In fact, it's not possibly. It is. It's the best round he's had over the course of the last 2 maps. Like, really, really well done there. Necessary. Manages to clutch out that round for his team. Beautiful stuff. But... don't stop now. All right, like this is the beginning of the resurgence. I mean, I can definitely see us going to map 3. IHC need one more round to even things out. Okay, Rare Atom back up onto a full buy here. AWP in their hands. IHC not taking the aggressive stance this time around. They know that it doesn't work. Patience, that's the name of the game. It's worked out so far. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Wait and see, there's another aggression coming down. Banana is going to be working in the favor of Cabal, who finds Mosey once again, who honestly is not having any luck down into this position. There is Cabal sitting in the smoke. He finds some damage. He hears it connect, but he can't quite get the kill. Advent's going to be backing away. Mercury tagged down heavily as well, just wondering what the hell is going on. They're going to be in a whole load of trouble here, and it's going to be the second kill. It's going to be on Advent. This is just hilarious. Down over towards B. I was going to bring into this conversation how IHC actually almost threw that last round because of their B hold. They chucked a smoke deep in towards car, and then they were far too late on being able to use their utility on B, and it almost fell apart at that moment. But thanks to 9 coming alive, finally, talking about him, he's going to have an opportunity to find a kill. Finds it, doesn't let it go. He's now on 10 kills, and these kills have had impact.
It's really great to see him step up here. You know, I mean, it was something that we said about Kays on the previous map in the second half. So the first half was kind of iffy, and then in the second half, he really started to show up. And on this map as well, I mean, he's not one of the star players, Mercury and Jam Young, of course, taking that title, but he's still doing really well. And it's taken a little while for 9 to start to catch up, but he's getting there. I'm glad that you mentioned very briefly Cabal, because we really haven't spoken about him enough. We've been so hyper-focused on 9, and Cabal has been a monster. He and Score have been doing so much. We talk about the backpack meme, you know, get in losers, we're going to the finish line or whatever. And it's those 2 players, they are like the antithesis, maybe not the antithesis, they're the mirror of Mercury and Jam Young, right? The 2 star players for each of these 2 rosters doing so much to keep their respective teams in this. And we find ourselves at an evened out score line, and it really does feel, for the first time, like anybody's game.
I think it really helps for 9 with his morale. Was that he was able to get those kills, and he's now like, okay, cool, I can actually do something for this game and my teammates. Okay, he's going to get Incinerated out of position. I will say also, just to follow up with your point, Score and Cabal have just been absolute beasts over towards B. They've been holding it down fantastically. They've had a few scares and a few failures, but overall, with all things considered, they've had to bring it back from such a terrible position on their initial side of T's where they just did so bad. They obviously only got 5 rounds. IHC have managed to bring it back from 5 rounds to this point, where Atom have only managed to get 3 rounds on their T side. It's insane. It's a good showing of their defense.
This is a really good round from Rare Atom. They've pulled out so much util. They've had IHC almost completely over-rotate over towards that A site. They've got a little bit of an advantage in terms of util. And now they're changing all over again. I mean, this is a completely different strategy from what we've seen in any other round. But let's see if it pays off.
When it comes down to, is it worth trying to change something that works? And it is. Blitz, he's in the right place at the right time. He's going to be able to pick up 2 kills, gets traded offload. Jam Young finds Score. 2 heavy hitters down. Mercury going over towards B, finds Cabal in his rotation. Fantastic play coming out from Rare Atom. And this pincer move on towards 9 is going to be horrible. 9, he's about to get shot in the back if he's not careful. He realizes there's a player going to be coming up behind him, gets the kill. This is big. this actually enables a potential comeback. That grenade completely useless, thrown into, well, no, just nowhere. Just went into the pool. Now Techno is AK in hand. He's got 2 flashes, grenade as well, but he's not going to be able to find a kill easily with that grenade. But he could do some initial damage, which could allow a leg shot to take down K's. The distraction has to come through. They're going to be playing aggressive. Mercury's going to be finding the first kill, looking in for the second one. 9. He's going to be in a 1v2, finds the first kill, but the time is ticking. He has to get this kill. 6 bullets left, no chance. Mercury shuts him down. 14th round on the board at Rare Atom. Raring to go.
I loved that round. I was so excited for it from like the beginning. I had to like stop myself from interrupting your train of thought because all I wanted to do was talk about how excited I was about this round because it was the most, not hesitant, but the slowest pacing that we'd seen from Rare Atom up until this point. They bait out. They don't even bait. They just wait for IHC to throw away all of their util, and they don't commit to anything until way after the halfway mark. I mean, this was brilliant. And now they're back on their, you know, super aggressive stuff, and it's not as good.
They've tried.
I'm sad.
It slows down. And Advent has lost his life. Not looking so good. They got the 14th round on the board, so at least they've managed to take that advantage back on over. But you know what? I want to see Cabal. I want to see Cabal pick up his 30 kills. So let's see if that's going to be possible. It's going to be score. Instead, he's going to be pushing through. Misses a lot of it. Bullet's going to be able to find 1. 9. Goes over the shots. He's going to be missing it. That is detrimental. But Repeat's going to be able to find 1. Looks in for the second one. Can't quite do it. But Cabal finds 1. He needs another to pick up his 30 kills. It's not going to happen. It's going to be Jam Young shutting him down. Goes back, picks up the bomb. He's in a 1v3. Pushing 9. Switches out the AWP for the AK, which he finds a little bit more success on. And finally remembers where he placed his AWP.
My disappointment is immeasurable when my day is ruined. They go from such a good round to like doing exactly what they'd been doing up until that point. And I feel like the fact that that worked previously was so indicative of the fact that the approach that they'd had up until that point, that hyper-aggression, was not working. And they immediately default back to it. There you go, patient play, get the kill, bait out the util, much better.
And there's going to be an execute over towards A. If they go hard and fast on this one, they should have this down. There's only Techno to try and hold on to this, and he has not been alive into this game. But he's going to be taking down K's. Mercury of the counter, though. I would take that trade any day, losing the AWP, but keeping the rifler and getting the kill. Mosey in towards mid. They're going to line up for him. He gets 1. He gets 2. Beautiful. The player who's usually the first to go down in this game over towards Banana on this half is going to fall now score. There's just no way he's doing this. This is the 15th round. We're either seeing Rare Atom take this into 2-0 or we're going to overtime.
Oh, this is so stressful because, yeah, I mean, I'd been so absorbed in the round to round, I hadn't even noticed that we're on the precipice of match point, and it looks like it's going to be Rare Atom on match point. So it's good that IHC didn't invest every last cent, but look at their cash. It's not good. They're going to come into this round with so little to actually work with.
He died from the bomb anyway. Score. Come on, mate.
It's not even read the patch notes.
It's not. It's well. The thing is, it's not even worth it. The AWP would go to 9, and if I'm to be brutal, who cares?
Yeah. Wow, dude, it's a bit rough. Match point for Rare Atom. Full buy, not a care in the world. IHC, they got nothing. I mean, geez. Upgraded pistols. Maybe somebody forces into like a hero rifle, although I highly doubt that. I mean, it would be so risky. But on match point, I mean, maybe you just do it. I don't know. We were so close to map 3, Tom. I'm devastated. So sad. Come on, IHC. Take us to overtime. I believe. I'm an IHC fan for the next round.
It can be possible. They're still going to have to make it through overtime, though. And I think that's going to be a little bit hard, especially when they have to go towards the T side where they just had no traction at all. Remember, 5 rounds on their T side. That is that's painful. Blitz, although he hasn't got many kills, it's in part because there actually hasn't been that many A hits. I think there's maybe been 3. So that's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
And a reason. There's a lot of... What are they doing? They're just chucking the flashes back, the smokes back and forth.
Pass the parcel, man. It's
Yeah,
like my
hot
favorite
potato.
game as a
Oh,
kid.
come on.
Yeah.
How'd you?
But what else?
No.
What was they supposed to do?
No, as in they just
Oh.
cowbell falling off that. That's talk about being noisy. They're like being a little bit silent here. Even with chucking the hot potato around, they're still being decently silent. Unfortunately, the smoke he's going to do is fairly bait. It's fairly well known. So even if he might be able to do something with it, but as soon as you see a smoke on the back of the site on B, you're like, okay, cool, yeah, sure.
Oh. And again, Rare Atom into that slow play. As much as they know that they have the advantage, this is what's worked for them previously. Gonna lean into it a little bit more, but IHC, I mean, they can't waste what little util they have at this point. So there you go. A little bit of util over towards the A side. Oh, look at that aggression. What? Blitz with the opening kill of the round.
With the CZ, he has 12 bullets. 12 bullets left. So it's something, but see if he's going to do anything else. Honestly, I would give him the famous score. He's going to have them close and personal with him. He's going to do a lot of damage. Doesn't get a kill, but a Cowboy's going to be able to find a double kill. What's going on? Are we going to overtime? The USP! He finds one. He can't find the next one, but it's going to be Mercury having to dodge out of the way. It's going to be 4 seconds. The bomb. He doesn't have time. He has to go for the kills. That is going to be the 15th round on the board. And it is all going to be down to the B players there. What a fantastic play. And we're going to hop into a quick break and we'll be back with the overtime. But man, oh man, Sam, what a series of events.
What? Take us to break. I can't handle. We'll see you in a minute. Are you not entertained, chat? I said I believed. I'm not sure if I actually did believe, to be honest, but they have made me a believer. We find ourselves in overtime on Inferno, and given the map, the score on Overpass, this is a little surprising. IHC with a massive resurgence here, but can they keep it going?
I don't know. We see Rare Atom. They're coming into this as a different beast, and so is 9. The grenade's going to be coming out. Mosey going to get some vengeance. Takes down Cable, who managed to hit the 30 bomb. At the end of last game, after he went huge and picked up a nice 3-piece. Ooh. You asked if we're not entertained. I definitely am. This has been one hell of a series. We mentioned it would be. The 2 best teams in the whole of the this region. To come and shine. 9. Oh. Misses those shots. He's going to have to play up close and personal, but he's got Techno to try and help him out. Advert's going to fool Mercury over towards Long. He's looking to try and find another kill here. He has been spotted, and Techno's going to be able to pick up a nice 3K for himself. USB in his hand. He's going to have to play up against Mosey, who has got an AK. There's going to be 2 of these players, and unfortunately for him, he's stuck between both of them, and that's going to be the first round of overtime going in favor of IHC.
Good start for them. Keep it going. Keep that momentum in your favor. Very, very impressive. I spoke a little bit about Rare Atom's much slower play style, and okay, to be fair, in that last round and a half, it didn't really pay off, but that was a lot more to do, I believe, with Cabal just being insanely good, and a couple of missteps there. The overconfidence comes through from Rare Atom, guaranteed, but now they're leaning back into these aggressive plays, which have not worked out for them. They consistently concede rounds, and it looks like they're going to do it again.
Taking the kills into Cabal, and that's going to open up B site completely. This boost in towards apartments. Was it worth it? No. But they tried. I'll give them that at least. And then now I'm going to have to play a little bit differently. Interestingly enough, we've not seen Rare Atom play aggressive. Low HP on Mosey, and the peek on the corner could go against him, but no, he's got the headshot locked. K's with the AWP. Takes a shot, but a little bit too late. There's a smoke on the ground in front of him. He's already got one. Could have potentially utilized it, but decides against it. Jam Young enters in towards apartment, nice and almost silent. It is impossible to do silent jumps in CSGO. A lot of people don't realize that, but yeah, it doesn't actually exist. You do make some form of noise no matter how you jump. Jumping around the corner, it's going to be obliterating them. 2 for 1. I'll take that any day. And now it's a 1v1. 9 versus Jam Young. It's going to be painful. 9 is an awesome player, but unfortunately for him, Jam Young. Fantastic style. And he's not putting towards Graveyard. 9 is going to see where the bomb is planted and predict it's potentially planted for pit or for apartments. You can hear it. He's going to be playing nice and slow. He has got a kit and he spots him out, but unfortunately it doesn't get the shot off, and it's going to be Jam Young picking up the clutch fantastically.
This is the thing, right? 1 versus 1, 9 versus Jam Young. 99 out of 100 times, I put my money on Jam Young just because of how insane he has been. So consistent throughout this entire series. 9 has definitely shown signs of starting to show up a little bit, but not to the point where I'm going to put him over Jam Young. And unfortunately, it plays out exactly as predicted there. That's going to be Rare Atom once again, tying things up for themselves. And putting IHC a little on the back foot here.
IHC. They've got to do a lot to try and maintain this. Obviously, they came into this map a little bit shaky. They picked Inferno. Cabal through the smoke. He's been a disgusting player. 34 to 27. Really well played. It doesn't even really matter how many kills he's got. It's the fact that the kills he's got have had such high impact. Holding over towards that B site. Him and Score really have just been playing out of their mind. And Score's playing with the AWP this time round, so they're changing things up once again. Means there's a restricted amount of utility as we go into this final round of this first half of the first overtime. So it does make use of it. Takes down Mosey. 9 onto Jam Young. Gets some vengeance up close and personal. Honestly, his best performance has to be in towards those apartments. Now peeking towards mid is going to be coming out. It's going to be Mercury falling. They look at try and find another one, but K's with the AWP knows he's the last one to fly in a 1v5. The CZ comes out, but Blitz takes the shot.
Double AWP setup. you know what? It works out really, really well. And I think that, you know, handing on over to score, and you've got 9 with 1 as well. You shut down a lot of sidelines, and they managed to pivot off of that incredibly well. So there you go. That's going to be another round for them.
Brutal. Well, going into the second half, we're going to be seeing IHC on their weaker side. It's going to be on the T side, and they could definitely bring this back and take it all the way through to at least the second overtime. I don't know if they're going to be able to win out on this first overtime. Rare Atom are strong on the CT side as well. They both have their weaknesses, which seems to be their T sides.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, Rare Atom looked much stronger on their CT side, and I mean, that was the runaway lead for them. It was 9-6 in the half?
10-5. 10-5.
10-5. No, wasn't it? It was 10-5 on the previous map. It was 9-6 on this one. And either way, right? The point is, Rare Atom have a very, very strong CT side. And I think that that's going to keep things really tough for IHC. IHC made a really good resurgence, all things considered. And we even saw that kind of towards the middle of the first half where they started to get a few rounds in a row. That's where they got the few rounds that they did have. But Rare Atom just maintain control again, you know, made the adaptations and then pulled things back in their own favor, change the pacing of the game entirely, and have a really solid scoreline going into the half. So now with them being on the CT side in the overtime, I think, I don't know, I kind of favor them a bit here.
I don't know. I think it could go either way. I might put a little bit of a gamble on Rare Atom, but it's going to be an interesting one. Let us know what you think in chat. Try not to be toxic. And let's see if you can watch some more good CSGO. Straight off the bat, aggressive play down Banana, but from both sides, I think Rare Atom have learned a lot from IHC following that previous one. And Advent, remember what kind of key play he has been in a couple of these rounds. See what they're going to be able to do on this front. And maybe a bit of an early rotation from them.
I like that there's a slower pace here from IHC. Kind of doing a similar thing to what we'd seen Rare Atom doing, where they try and bait out a lot of that util. Rare Atom seem to have maybe predicted that this is the case, so they're still holding on to a little bit of what they have available. But they know that they can't just hold on to everything, right? They have to maintain some sort of pressure to stop IHC from wanting to regress in. But I think they found a decent balance here. Curious to see how IHC choose to push this, because there is the presence towards Banana, but the bomb is moving over towards A.
I think they're setting up so they can potentially go through on either side. They now know that 4 Molotovs have been used on incendiary grenades, maybe even 5 actually. So they're like, oh cool, well we can go for fairly solid execute on this front, chuck out some smokes and do what we want. And they're actually baiting out over towards the CT position. It's going to be Blitz falling. This could be a good read for them over towards the B site, and their peak's going to be coming in. They're both going to get tags on one another, but no kills. They both missed the second shot. It's going to be traded towards this mid CT position. Hayes, he has to hit the shot. He doesn't. Techno with the double kill. Advent, Hayes, falling down. Now has to be the retake situation. 6 seconds left on the clock. The bomb goes down at the last possible moment. They're going to retreat on over, but they're going to get shot in the back as they try to do so. And the player on site is going to go down. Techno losing his life is going to be crucial. Jam Young is going to be able to get a kill. Peeks around the corner. AK from Cabal is going to be coming through, but the jumping shot doesn't work out. Now it's going to be Mosey, last one left alive. Goes for the swing, and Cabal, the absolute beast, shuts him down and picks up the kill. Mosey and his arch nemesis, which happens to be Cabal, is going to fall to the wayside.
I'll be honest, I thought that Rare Atom were going to come out on top of this one. They have a really solid start to it, but again, you know, the AWP players have a bit of a rough one, both of them, in fact, and it's down to those star players that are usually in those clutch situations that need to, well, clutch, and unfortunately, it's Cabal, the clutch for IHC, who comes up massive. Oh man, we're on match point again. IHC in such a good position here. Rare Atom, ooh, gotta come up big.
It's unfortunate. Jam Young jumping onto car actually potentially lost them that opportunity, but all is needed is 1 round for IHC. If they can get this 1 round in the bag, and they've got 2 rounds to do it in, so they must realize that, okay, well, let's take a little bit of a chill pill. They've got enough money to buy into the next round. Who cares? It's obviously enough money in the bank for overtime. Advent's going to be able to pick up an extra flash, but he's, you know, playing with fire at this point. Maybe potentially, quite literally, considering there's 3 Molotovs sitting on the side of IHC. This position from Kays is actually crucial because that's actually a good denial point for any kind of use of Molotov. 9 is going to be walking into his crosshairs, but he misses the opportunity. He's holding too wide. Incendiary Grenade's going to go out. Advent doesn't swing out. He's looking to hold on to this, but Molotov from his against him is going to be coming out. Like I said, he's playing in a way too aggressive position with how they were holding it and with how much utility was left on the side of IHC. And now Kays, he's in a difficult position. The flash should be coming out from IHC as they peek around this corner. As soon as he's dead, that's going to allow them to just flood into this position. The foot is spotted. He gets the kill, flicks out, misses his second shot. The kill goes through, but Mosey is going to be in a difficult spot to try and hold this out. He blocks one of the smokes, doesn't quite work out. He jumps onto the wall, slight has been spotted, turns around, gets the kill, goes in with the spray, completely blind, almost dies, but is going to be able to back off just alive in time. Flash coming out from his teammates. He's going to be working out as he jumps onto the site, gets one, gets two! What's this, Mosey? You absolute god! Along with Jam Young. The utility play is on point.
All right, I've been waiting for 2 maps to make this joke, but he moseys onto site, and just the fact that he survives there is unreal. And then he's able to get himself into a position towards the back of the site where he's able to re-peek and then get 2 kills off the back of a fantastic flash. It's beautiful. And Rare Atom are on the absolute precipice of sending us back into another round of overtime. Double AWP setup here. They've got the map basically shut down, and IHC looking to take an aggressive stance. We'll see if they actually do opt to do so, trying to bait out some of that util again. Trying to force Rare Atom to maybe take an aggressive stance themselves as Advent starts to push forward.
And he's going to get backed up by his teammates. The flash is going to be coming out, but he misses so many shots. He goes down, and Mosey, he misses his opportunity. The AWP is not his favorite weapon. They're going to fall to the wayside. It's going to be a 1v5 situation over towards the B site. Mercury's going to have to do God's work here to try and help out his team, and he's waiting for them to push on. He's going to be able to find one, but the flash from his own teammate is going to screw him up this time round. Jam Young not going to do what he needs to, but you know what? Having this player on site is going to be fantastic. The bottom, it didn't go down. This is huge. This could actually change it. They need to get the grenades out, but peeking in towards that position isn't going to be favorable for you. The grenade goes out once again, doing more damage. Score is going to be on low, but they're going to go in for the boost. This could work out for them, but Kays is going to be peeking in towards that banana position any moment. Score, he has to hit this shot. He can't miss anything at the moment, but the smoke is going to go in for the denial. 25 seconds left on the clock. Is down to this last moment. Second overtime or a win. 3v2. Cabal. Score. Left with no options. They have to play aggressive. Score is going to be YOLOing through the smoke. He doesn't make it any further. Jam Young on the other side. Looking to close this down, but it's going to be Kays. Gets the kill. And we're going into second overtime. And boy, oh boy, is this one hell of a series.
I'm so blown away by, I mean, we talk about the single player heroics, and it really has been a story so consistently, and I think maybe a little bit more than what should be necessary, but it's definitely kept the game exciting. Again, you know, we got to shout out players like Cabal, like Jam Young, like Mosey, that have consistently done so much to just keep the team in it. I mean, even Techno, who very much like Advent in the first map, not necessarily way up there in terms of the kills. It's going to take a while for him to catch up to, you know, the 2-star players, but he's getting a lot of high impact kills, he's getting a lot of multi-kills, and he's doing a lot to create space for the team. So now we're going to find ourselves in a second overtime, which I honestly thought that Rare Atom were going to be able to close that one out, so props again to IHC, just keeping it competitive.
Yeah, and I mean, if we're going to see it on any map, it's Inferno. Inferno is the overtime map. Everyone knows this. This is maybe, I guess, a little bit Dust 2 and Mirage, but realistically, it's Inferno is the king. And I just have to say, and a big shout out to that play, the Mosey and Jam Young play is going to forever live in my mind. Now we're going to have to move onwards. It's going to be Rare Atom looking to defend their side on CT versus IHC. They just managed to clutch out and win out that last round, bringing it to the second overtime. No. Score. He falls. He'll spot it out thanks to that gap in the smoke. Crucial mistake on their side. Grenade comes out, does lackluster damage. I think 4 damage to Mercury, and that's going to be it. 4 players left on the side of IHC. They've still got a lot of utility, but as we've seen in the past, that hasn't really helped them win if they don't manage to get these kills. And it's going to be Advent just pushing up. He catches above guard, but Blitz, it's too fast to react, gets the kill. 4v4. Man advantage has to be on IHC's side now. We slow down.
I mean, the pressure right now, and the fact that the teams have slowed down, right? It adds so much to the suspense of the round. Rare Atom have basically stacked up over towards A, so they're likely going to have to play for a retake here. But if they create a pincer through Banana, we've seen them do it before. IHC tends to kind of crumble under that. And if IHC turn around, they get caught off guard. This could be another solid round for Rare Atom.
Yeah, it's just a very slow play going to be coming out from IHC. And now they're going in for the execute. It's going to be multiple Molotovs going through. They're going to be able to get the entry kill they so badly needed, but there's going to be 3 players tunneling in from the Speedway, but they're too slow. Bomb is planted. Advantage is very much in the side of IHC. There's no players coming in from Banana, so there's only one direction they can really push on through. The Molotov goes out, forces a player off default. One goes dark. It's going to be Blitz holding that angle. This should be IHC's round to be able to pick up. It went from 0 to 60 in a split second. Now Jamyang trying to find the entrance in towards the spot, but it's just so difficult for them to be able to do anything in here. The utilities getting used, but they can't find the kills. They miss, they crumble, they fall to the ground.
Oh, wow. I mean, I like the way that round was going. I really thought that Rare Atom had a chance to create a solid pincer if they pushed out of A main up through Banana. I said they've done it before and it worked out really well, but instead they opt to pull back, and making that rotation so much longer, the player that's still on site gets mowed down. IHC get themselves the man advantage you said they needed, they get that bomb down, and the retake is nigh impossible. So Rare Atom managed to, unfortunately, concede that round. Now we're seeing them take a little bit more aggression again. A lot of aggressive util down Banana. They don't want to allow IHC to aggress in too quickly. They've taken a fairly strong stance over towards A main as well. So trying to maintain as much of that map control as possible.
Predicted now. IHC, if they win this round, they win it all.
Okay.
Just because their CT side is so much stronger. So if they flip onto the overtime, then I think they could take all the way to 22. So Rare Atom have their backs up against the wall as far as I'm concerned right now. Disadvantage. And they have to win the next at least 2 rounds. If they can win 2 rounds on Rare Atom's side, then there's potential, I think, on that front. But we'll have to wait and see. Second overtime, guys. If you're just joining us now, this is Rare Atom versus IHC in the ESL Challenger League Season 41 Asia Division. This is the upper bracket finals. Jamyang going to be in a crucial position. Flash going to be going out. He peeks out. No one's there yet. Using the M4, switch back onto it. New meta. I wouldn't even say it's a new meta. I think both guns are completely viable. And IHC are just all over the place here, Sam. They're not quite sure what they should do, but using their last pieces of utility to try and execute in towards B. And keep in mind, they have very little. The flash is perfectly used. It denies that first initial aggression. Mosey has to find multiple kills here to try and keep the Wolves from the door. He finds one, goes into the peak, finds another, doesn't find a third, but Techno finds one for himself. The bomb is dropped. Time is ticking. No time left to get the plant, and now he has to stay alive, and he doesn't even manage that. He goes down. And Jamyang going to be able to pick up Cowboy.
I like that. I like that they use a lot of that deep, early utility to stop IHC early on in the round. And I think that bodes really well for them to give them a little bit more of that much needed space. And then once the execute comes in, there's that nice little boost up. And okay, maybe it should be somewhat expected, but they're able to get quite a lot off the back of that. And so they're able to secure themselves that round. Now the question becomes, how do they maintain? Oh my... Okay, Blitz, a little bit of early damage there. Oh my god, so much util damage. This is not good.
Interestingly, what we're seeing from Rare Atom is they're not going for as many, like, just blind sprays through the smoke. Compared to IHC, who on their CT side would just be shooting through the smoke all day, we're actually seeing Rare Atom hold back on that front. If they'd gone for that spray down Banana, they would have found maybe 1 or 2, maybe even 3 kills. But because they played fairly passive and fell back onto the site, they've given up that real estate, as it were, and just like I see it, just like, ooh, free real estate, and charge on over. smoke. It's going to get launched over towards connector. Oh, long, actually. My mistake. Flash as well going to be following up. Grenade in towards mid. Not going to achieve too much. A lot of utility used, but full execution is possible for IHC over towards B. And unfortunately, you hate to see it. They only have an incendiary grenade to try and block off this attempt. It is going to be going down in a key position. I will give you that. But honestly, there's enough utility left on IHC's side to be able to do a full execution into this and take over it. Flashbang going to be bouncing off. He's going to have to depend on that to work because he has to jump out into the fountain, put himself on fire. The Flash is going to be completely blinded and he's going to get taken down. So is Mosey from the fire. He doesn't quite make it through the fire and flames. K's with the AWP and Julie's in hand. He's going to be bumping into a play. He takes the kill. Also, the bomb is there, but he's going to get found through the smoke. Mercury, he needs to do something here, but he can't find any kills through the smoke. But 9 seconds left on the clock. Score. He pushes through the smoke. They trade positions. I don't know if it's quite found out. The bomb planter goes down, but it just got planted in the nick of time. Jam Young, he has to find this position now, but he's now being spotted out by the AWP player. He realizes he has to try and change position. Blitz. AWP on the back of sight. They're going to be changing this up. Jam Young found by Blitz. That's going to be another round on the board and another half. And we actually see IHC take advantage. 20 rounds on the board. This could easily go their way.
This was a great round from IHC, purely because it kind of... So it's not that it went against the norm, right? I mean, they consistently take these B hits. But Rare Atom, despite knowing that that's what IHC consistently do, it's like they don't expect it to happen. And then we see some of that key util. I mean, as all of those mollies come out, the first thing that pops into my head is, oh, geez, the floor is lava. And Advent's in such an unfortunate spot. He has to start to maneuver around, and that's why that util is so key. And you mentioned it as well. You know, IHC didn't, or Rare Atom didn't have a hell of a lot to try to kind of stem the tide once all of that came through. They didn't have a lot of those smokes to try and douse it or whatever. And of course, the execute comes in very quickly after the Molotovs have been thrown. So there isn't a lot of time to react, which is exactly what IHC need to be doing. It's perfect. And Rare Atom, again, really strange because they know that this is how IHC play. We've seen them adapt to it in the first half, and this time around, for some reason, they haven't been able to, which is really odd. And as you mentioned, you know, we're heading on to IHC's stronger half, stronger of the two. Rare Atom could very much be in danger now.
Definitely so. And just to comment on Rare Atom's CT side, especially that last round, it was evident that they weren't playing aggressive enough. They used a lot of the utility, and the thing is, if you use all your utility like they did, and you get 0 kills, that's a big issue. Especially when you know, and they have to be keeping track. It's part of high-level CSGO. You need to keep track of the opposition's utility and what they use. So they have to be fully aware that they've used 99, like, at that point, I think it was like 65% of their utility across the board, including majority of their smokes and Molotovs. And you have to keep aware that if you don't get kills, they're going to go for full execution. You've got no way against it. So go for that aggressive peak. Take that risk. If you lose one player but get 1 or 2 kills, it gives you a lot of information and denial of utility, because that player will drop one piece of the utility, not all of it.
All right. So IHC need to win 2 rounds. Rare Atom need to win 3. Oh my god, 9!
Opening up the board. Can of worms. On and fast there. It's going to be 9. The person who honestly has been getting a little bit of abuse in chat and across the board from us as well, because he has been playing terribly. Or at least did in the first, probably like first, I guess, 1.5% of it, like the first rounds and second half of the round, second half as well. But he's moving on to this. Gets the first kill onto Mosey, who honestly is a bit of a pincushion. Tends to deny quite often. Obviously, K's kills and deaths isn't quite correct. Just ignore that, guys. It's just sometimes what happens with CSGO. Good old bugs that can happen. Blitz going to be in a key position. He's going to be playing aggressive. Flash is going to be coming out. He finds one, but he's going to get traded out over towards short. There's going to be another player, but it's going to be Techno Fall in. 9 has to rotate on over before they get the chance, but the Flash is going to deny him the opportunity. The damage is going to be coming out. He goes down. This is the opportunity Rare Atom have to try and take. Score. He has to get these kills in Cabo as well. He's going to be pushing on, and K's going to be left in a difficult position, but gets the kill. He has the opportunity of a lifetime. 39 seconds. He has the bomb. He's going in for the fake plant. He knows that player was over towards long, but this could easily be read, actually, by Score. He's a smart player. One of the highlightable players that we should really be talking about quite often. And it is going to be the rotation over towards B, but Score's left completely in the dark here. He has no information. He doesn't know what's going on. So this rotation is at least going to get the bomb down with probably about 8 seconds to spare, if I'm right in saying, if he goes straight for the plant over towards banana position. If I was him, yeah, I mean, it's either going to be a ruins or a banana play. And as it's planted for banana, this is a fairly smart play. So we're going to be seeing Score rotate on over. He hasn't got too much to play with. He's got an incendiary grenade versus the higher utility play of Kaze, who is going to be going for the peak far too early, but he just clutches it. 16 HP.
That literally felt like pixels. It actually felt like he had overswung and he has to correct so that he can hit the shots. And Kaze is perfectly positioned, so even though Kaze is at lower HP, he manages to clean that up. Oh, wow, what a beautiful play there. And again, you know, this was one of those incredibly scrappy rounds. Rare Atom take control very early on in the round. IHC battle it back. This is their stronger half. But a bit of a heroic play there from Kaze. He has been incredibly good here, but Rare Atom, there you go. I was always worried about their aggressive plays, but this time around it's actually Mosey, the single aggressive player, while the rest of the team takes a slightly more relaxed stance. A bit of potential peeking here. Jam, oh, he could be in so much trouble.
Mercury. Let's see what they're going to be able to do, but Jam Young is going to be peeking around the corner, gets the kill on Techno. That's full advantage on their side now. 5 versus 3, 9. Unable to get that trade-off. Looks away at the wrong time. Now below him is going to be Mercury. I don't think he quite realizes he hasn't looked down below. He's going to be hiding by that cart. Jam Young just swings out. Takes the kill, and that's going to be absolutely brutalizing them. Oh, Mosey takes the kill. We're 2 rounds away. This could be the first round. The domino effect here. Rare Atom could take this.
Oh, I can't believe we're on match point again. And it's interesting because we had like Rare Atom match point, then we had IHC match point. Now we're back on Rare Atom match point. And IHC, I mean, we'd said that this was their stronger half. So it's going to be... so far, it's looking like they're struggling a little bit. Maybe they're getting tired. I would be. 41 rounds of Counter-Strike, I'd be freaking exhausted. That's not even counting the first map. So, I mean, the sheer mental fortitude of these players really, really shining through here. But look at IHC's buy. You know, off the back of how these rounds have gone, it's not ideal. And just off the back of that, there's a huge advantage for Rare Atom.
9 is iconic in this kind of position in towards apartments, but he's going to be backing off, allowing Mercury ever closer. He's still got the advantage to be able to try and take the shot, but the flash should come out from that mid position, allowing the peak in towards short, but they're still going in a little bit dry right now. Let's known 9. He misses the shot, but Techno is going to be following it up with the kill of his own. Peeking towards short. 9 can't hit anything. Finally hits Mercury. Mosey.
No way.
He's going to be able to find this kill, and that's going to be the site locked down. They know that the last 2 players usually play over towards the B site. Cabal, he's made his position known. He's made a lot of footsteps. As noisy as an elephant. Gets 1 kill, can't get the second. Kaze. He's left in the 1v1 score. He's going to be pushing through. Should have a good idea as to where this player is. It's going to be a difficult position. He flicks on. He gets the kill. 21-21.
No ways. Are we really going into triple OT? Is this actually happening? Do you know what? Given how the first map went, we came into this and we're like, top 2 teams in the league, right? And arguably the region, right? Tyloo is still a thing, but they're not competing in this league. So definitely in the league, you've got the top 2 teams right now, and we're like so close. And then the first game is like a bit of a blowout, and this has been so back and forth. I'm loving it.
Well, let's hop on over to a quick break, and we'll be back once again to take this to the next overtime.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Hands up, chat. Who expected triple overtime? I can confirm my hand is not up. Wow, okay. What a performance from these two teams. The close performance that we were expecting. The aggression coming through as IHC get the first kill. Oh my god, it's a shooting gallery.
You mentioned about third map just before we went into back into this round, into this half. This overtime, I guess. And, well, I think that's a good indicator. I think that's a little bit scary. IHC, super powerful on that side, and they may well just be able to bring this out. We're 21-21 at the moment. Score. Gets another. They played it differently. I mean, he picks up the AWP. He's already performing just as well as 9 did on it. Talking of which, 9 is dead. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Score!
Not 9.
Oh, I was waiting to get a kill on that, but he doesn't manage to. He doesn't get shot through the smoke. He's going to get taken down. Never mind.
No
It's
ways.
quickly gone the other way. How's this happened? Score! I just did a little chant for you. A little bit of a cheerleader. And you screw me over like that. What's going on? It's going to be a shame, but Kays is going to have to do what he can here. A fantastic player. They're going to be peeking around the corner.
Yes.
Cowboy goes down. It's going to be the next player, and he's going to rescind his aggression. Fantastic discipline. You have to know when to back out. And that use of the Molotov is going to completely deny Techno that initial aggression that he wants to use, but he's got flashbangs for days, but unfortunately flashes himself.
Oopsie.
And now peeks in. He has support without the AWP player, but so is Kays. Kays like, oh, there's your head. Take a shot.
What a turnaround. Honestly, like, as that round starts, I'm preparing in my head to start talking about Rare Atom being aggressive, and they have their best results when they're not. And I mean, they turn it around. So, honestly, props to them. They lose their first couple of players in what looked like a little bit of a shooting gallery. They're able to reset, which is super important. A lot of teams do struggle with that, the ability to kind of get yourselves back into it once you're at a bit of a disadvantage. And then they're able to overrun the site because there's only like 2 players there. They even out the numbers, and then they just hold the line. Perfect. They finally get themselves a lead here in this overtime. 3 rounds left to play for them to win. 4 for IHC. Oh.
This pushes towards George.
Oh my god.
Obliterated. Annihilated. Destroyed. Oh, Wallbang's coming through. I love seeing that cut. It's so rare you get to get shots through that wall. Mosey tagged heavily down to 16 HP. It's a simple tag away from death. And he's over towards B. Unfortunately, the teammates of IHC are going to be falling back on over, looking to help hold onto this site. A lot of utility being used. And after last round, this round isn't written in history yet. There's still some potential. I would like to see a little bit more aggression coming out from IHC, to be honest. They could have gone down mid, could have gone in towards apartments, found some information, played at a counter position. But instead, they haven't. And interestingly, IHC have actually switched them back over, thinking they've potentially baited a lot of players over towards B. That's not the case. You're going to have to go up against Cabal, who's boosted up into this spot. And he's got 43 kills, which I think is correct. He may have actually more than that now, so we'll have to wait and see. But he's an absolute beast. Here we go. 15 seconds left on the clock. Score. He's going to be peeking around the corner. I gave him a little bit of cheerleading before. It doesn't matter. Cabal's going to pick up a double. Takes himself to 45.
So that round starts with 3 people dry peeking up mid and not expecting the boosted position, which is a bit weird. And again, it's that same Rare Atom aggression that to be fair, they do actually, like, they're watching separate angles at the time, but neither of them is able to win their engagement, and then the third player rushes through on his own like, hey guys, what's happening? And dies. Not ideal. I want to see them revert back to the slower play style that we'd seen previously that seemed to net them better results, but that they did so rarely and never really capitalized on terribly much. We're starting to see signs of that here again in this round. See if it gets them a little bit further along than what the previous strategy had been getting.
Completely agree, and that's going to be a nice use of utility, and Blitz is going to get tagged down heavily, down to 5 HP, but the kill's not there. 9's going to be peeking around the corner, but the molly going to cause him to move slightly. He was moments away from getting that kill. That would have been devastating. Still a lot of utility left on Ratum's side. Quite a lot left on IHC's side as well. But only 1 smoke, 3 nades. That could be a double pile of damage into one spot. Could be huge if they do it correctly. But nades are fairly hard to utilize. Especially at this point in the game. You kind of want them either at the very start or very end, to be honest. Oh, that's going to be a kill. It's going to be Jamyang goes down. That's going to be the starter, even with the initial damage.
I mean, this is another... So this is what I wanted from Rare Atom. They've baited out almost all of IHC's util. They've got a little bit left for themselves, but not a hell of a lot. But now, having lost Jamyang, we said it before, when he goes down, that's when things start to go sideways. Kabal has now noticed that it is indeed the banana push. The HE comes out to buy some space. Does far more damage than it probably should have. And now the execute begins.
And he is going to fall. Advent gets that kill. Score doesn't manage to get the shots through the smoke. And there's a lot of denial going through. Blitz loses his life to a stray bullet. Kays takes down 9. But it's going to be seeing Score. He's going to be the man of the hour. He goes for the spray. He gets double. With 1 magazine. The bomb is planted for Banana. It gives an opportunity here for the players. Mosey. But they're going to have to play well and fast in this one. Kays. No, Mosey, turn around. He's going to be right up behind you. But Kays has got his back. Kays. He takes the kill. Now Mosey onto sight. Goes for the spray. Gets the kill. That's the 23rd round. And that is... one hell of a round from them as we go into the second half. Rare Atom is so close, they can taste it.
Yeah, we could be seeing another Rare Atom match point here. The fact that they're able to clutch out that round, that comes down to... We've spoken a lot about the hero plays, right? Some players stepping up in ways that you don't necessarily expect, and then they're able to clutch out. But in that round, it really came down to the communication between the two players, having each other's backs, watching the right angles, not allowing the paranoia in the back of your mind, because you're busy going, Mosey, turn around, but he knows in his mind, my teammate's behind me, he's got my back, I just need to have faith. And it works out perfectly. And that's what's so important in these competitive teams. You have to have that trust in your fellow teammates. And there you go. That's Rare Atom 1 point away from match point for the 3rd time in this map.
I mean, it is just so unbelievably close at this point. And I like people in chat are like, can we go take a lunch break because they want to go get some food. I mean, I'm hungry myself as well, but I'm also hungry for some good CSGO, and that's exactly what has been delivered today between these two teams. It's been an absolute pleasure. We've seen 9, who was honestly, and I'm just going to be brutal, was trash at the start of this series. And he's now come alive into his own element. He's really helping out his team. He's still not at his top of his game, but he's still delivering impactful kills.
Yeah, I think that's really, really important to note. You know, in the first game, he was nowhere on the planet. In the very first half of this map, he was still kind of nowhere on the planet. And as the second half started to ramp up, he's really started to make a difference for the team. So, you know, props where it's due. Now, with Rare Atom finding themselves once again on the CT side, it's the side where they've netted the best results. And the aggression down Banana, he misses a lot of that util coming through. And now Mosey is in such a good position if IHC decide to push in here again.
Mosey. That wallbang is going to be painful. Or was it wallbang? It wasn't. What am I talking about? It was on to 9. 9's going to get slapped through the smoke a little bit. Decent amount of damage. If we look at the utility here, we seem to be seeing IHC doing exactly what Rare Atom did in last round, which saw them success. A little bit of utility now going out. It was actually from the bomb holder. And this is very scary. And it's when you get into these kind of moments on Inferno where there's only so many strats you can do. And it starts to get a little bit repetitive, but then it's so difficult to try and counter this playstyle where you play slow, you use a lot of the utility, but they're going to be trying to do it. It's going to be a double play in towards this position. They've not really played like this, and they're going to be playing into the full bait. They get 1, 2, maybe even the 3rd, but they fail. They fall, but Mercy's there to hold on to it. Gets a flashbang out, manages to get another kill as well. Takes the man advantage on their side. It's so crucial. This could be the final round. Not final round, final 2 rounds even, if they play this correctly. Overtime here. 23 rounds to the board for Rare Atom. Mercury does a peek down this corner. It's going to be difficult for him. Kays going to go for the shot. It doesn't quite happen. Mercury's going to fall. Kays has to play aggressive here. Goes for the shot. Doesn't quite happen. Goes in for the shot onto the bomb plaza. Can't do it. And his teammate's so far away. Jamyang going to have to rotate on over, but I'm not going to lie. Mercury just didn't have the support of his teammates. So he was left hanging, trying to hold on to what he could. That's good enough, though. The kill comes through. Kays takes down 9. They have an idea. There's 1 player left. He should be a rifler. They're playing into the information here. And it's going to go through. No! Jamyang gets the shots. And they get the kill. There's one more round on the board they need, Sam. It's all they need. First to 25 here.
Kays actually plays that incredibly well. How many times have we watched a game and there's one player left, or well, two players left alive, but there's one player at the site, 1v2, and before his teammate is able to get into position, he's just like, YOLO, and ends up dead. Instead, Kays plays a little bit of the long game. Okay, he takes a bit of a risky peek, but he's able to get the op shot, which is imperative. If he doesn't get that shot, that whole round falls apart. But the fact that he's able to do that, then his teammate gets into position, and again, I mean, this is what we said about them a couple rounds back. This trust in your teammates to be able to deliver.
Oh! I was about to let out a little bit of a swear word,
Okay,
because
cool.
Mosey sent packing. That headshot coming out from score. He's just such a good player. And, I mean, he just swings out. He pre-peeks it. And, I mean, that's just so smart. And, I mean, you could tell from the way Atom was playing. That was kind of what was happening. Grenades come through, do minuscule damage. I mean, 16 points of damage. Who cares? Score. He's played aggressive. He's just going to take them down. What is going on? Advent, he had a pistol in his hand. I know he may well be good with that gun, but it doesn't matter. They've just thrown away this round. As far as I'm concerned, this is the round in the bag, but we may be wrong. Techno takes down Jam Young, but it's going to fall in a process. Mercury takes down Blitz, and all of a sudden, it's looking a little bit different, but Mercury is left alone. His position is known. He's going to be sitting towards that Molotov, gets the kill, but when it comes down to it, I mean, does he even try to go for this? I mean, I guess why not? You've got the money in the bank. But you're going to have to try and face up against 9. Flash is going to be coming out. He jumps through the smoke.
Oh, 9. What a shot.
It was a bit too early.
This was definitely a round that maybe they shouldn't have lost. Unfortunate there. Few misplays. But it just goes to show how one misstep can ultimately cost you an entire round. And, you know, IHC take a nice little stance there at the start of that one. They get a pretty good position for themselves. Get that bomb down, and Rare Atom, as good as they have been up until this point with that teamwork, with that communication, when you're down to like one player, there's no one there to watch your back.
Going to overtime. Number 4 on this one is going to be Jam Young. Having to find multiple kills. He goes down. But it's going to be Mercury with a double kill. Huge 9 score. Left on the precipice of losing this, but they're going to be able to they're going to have to go and collect the bomb. The peak comes out. Mercury falls. The bomb is recoverable, but Advent with his own Incendiary Grenade is going to deny them that pleasure. Second smoke is going to go down. He's going to have to back off. Mosey looking to see if he can go on towards the site, but we're actually going to be seeing Advent run away. This is a massive mistake from his side, but it's so hard to read. And look at this, Mosey's going to get burnt alive. How have they done this? This is so backwards and forwards. Bomb has gone down. They now know it. They're going to have to reposition. This is definitely not a situation you want to be in. The smoke is going to get launched. Mosey, seeing if there's any extra utility at all for him. He's got a flashbang. They've got 2 nades. They could go in for the double nade, but they're going to be swinging around. The AWP is going to be making quick work, but Mosey takes one, has to find the second one. Flash is going to be going out. Doesn't quite land. He's going in for the information play. He's going to be going hard and fast. Spots out the blade, gets the kill. That's GG. Well played. Atom finally close out overtime. Get the 25th round on the board.